Today we're going to talk about one of the most important decisions in the estate planning process, which is selecting individuals to carry out your wishes and effectuate your plan. So there's three broad categories of agents that you'll want to think about as you start this process. The first is guardians. The second is going to be financial agents. And the third is going to be healthcare agents. So let's talk about each of those. Guardians is somewhat self-explanatory. Any of us who are parents know that in the event something were to happen to us or both parents, God forbid, you want to make sure you've designated guardians to have custody of your children. The worst result would be that they end up in state custody. So you're going to want to pick individuals, and this can be a list. So number one, my brother; number two, my sister; number three, my wife's sister, for example. And there's a ranking of those individuals. And those people should be people that you trust to raise the children the way that you would like. Now, you'll never know for sure, but you want to make your best educated guess here about who can have a positive relationship with the kids, who would be able to carry this and fulfill this responsibility, and who has a good proximity. And who has proximity? And proximity here could be geographical, so that it's easy for them to come, or also based on relationship with the family. So picking guardians is perhaps the most important part of the estate planning process. And that's something that's going to be done inside of your will. So anybody who has minor children, this is absolutely imperative that you name guardians for your children. Number two is a group that we call financial agents. So financial agents actually includes a number of different technical roles. This might be a trustee of a trust. It might be an executor or a personal representative of a will. And it might also be the power of attorney in your durable or general power of attorney. So there's a few different roles there, but all of them involve who's going to be responsible for managing finances if you aren't able to. So the trustee of the trust or the executor of the will would do so after your death, whereas your power of attorney, and in some cases your trustee, would do so in the event of your incapacity as well. So here you're going to think about who's well equipped with some financial acuity, some upright character, to be able to manage, invest, grow, spend, distribute your assets on your beneficiaries. So that's who you're going to want to pick. Again, you can have a ranking here of individuals who are going to fulfill these roles. In some cases, you might not have people that would be a good fit, in which case it might be a good idea to contemplate or consider a professional trustee. That could be a trust company, it could be an advisor, it could be a bank. So there's a number of different options here, even if you don't have trusted family members to fulfill this obligation. So finally is a category that we call healthcare agents. And this one's a little bit self-explanatory, but not one that a lot of people think about. So most of the time when people think about estate planning, they're thinking about the transfer of wealth post-death. But the reality is most people don't die suddenly. And so not only are we concerned about our children and about our finances, but we also want to make end-of-life care decision-making easy and simple, or at least as easy as it can be given the circumstances. So it's a really good idea to identify individuals who are going to make decisions on your behalf. So this could be, again, immediate family members or more distant friends or relatives or anybody really for that matter. But you want to be able to identify who the agent is to avoid family disputes and maintain some level of harmony in a difficult emotional environment. And also in that context, you can provide them with guidance around end-of-life care decisions. So you can have a verbal conversation with them, or we can memorialize inside a living will how they should make determinations in the event of end-of-life care decision making. So we don't just leave it up to the hospital and the physicians, but we bring in people that we trust ultimately to make decisions that would be consistent with our wishes in that difficult time. So those are three broad categories of agents that you have to think about in the estate planning process. Guardians for minor children, if you have any minor children, financial agents, and healthcare agents. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd be happy to help you think through these issues and assist you further in your planning.